Ik ben Pim.
En ik ben Armen.
In het vorige seizoen van LGBT+Refugee spraken we een aantal mensen die als vluchteling naar Nederland zijn gekomen om de verhalen achter de cijfers te vertellen.
En dit seizoen gaan we kijken hoe mensen zoals jij en ik kunnen de vluchtelingen helpen.
Vandaag hebben we hier in de buurt van Centraal Station afgesproken met Zee om haar verhaal te horen.
Kom je mee?
First of all, thank you so much for making time for us to have this tiny chat.
Meeting me.
How are you doing?
I'm good at the moment, yeah.
Could you in short tell us a little bit about your story?
My name is Zeelanda. I'm here in Netherlands since 2018. Still waiting for my status. I'm now waiting for High Court 1 year, 1 month. And still no decision.
In numbers, just to get it clear for the viewers, like how many transfers did you had since you moved here?
In here, in total, maybe I'm almost around 20, as it says, or something like that. Because I apply first as political, because I didn't come out. I came out in 2020. In North Brabant, almost around 2 years and a half. In Rotterdam for 9 months. Ter Apel around 7, 8 months. It seemed when we were in the ship that we are starting all over again, because emergency shelter is for people just arrived. And I've been in dramatic situations since I start my transition. And recently I was in Middelburg, as it said there, had a fire accident, and we had to clear out from there to a sports hall near a school in Middelburg. And the discrimination started with me from there. Like everyone's looking at me weird, saying bad stuff about us, like me and my friend, also trans woman from Ukraine, Santa. And we tried as much as we can to complain to COA, but the situation with this fire and almost 300 people, they didn't take good care of this situation.
The Netherlands is the new place where all the cultures mix together, but sometimes it doesn't work that way because you're escaping probably from these people, and how come you have to live again in this close-minded, as it say?
My friend from Ukraine thought before I was over-exaggerating when I tell discrimination is a lot. But she saw it firsthand in the ship, and it was about her and about me. Here, 80% of refugees come from Middle East and first language Arabic, so I'm not discriminated only by one country. It's around 22, 23 countries. Let's say at least 15 countries are represented in refugee system.
And how many times did you encounter discrimination?
Basically at the beginning I didn't encounter anything because I didn't come out, but since July 2020 I've been discriminated almost on daily basis. I only feel free when I go out of, as it say.
Can I ask you about the moment when you said you came out? Because that's supposed to be actually, as much as we're trying to, get rid of the coming out thing, because everybody should be themselves no matter what. How was your feelings about that? Was it freeing and nice, or was it double because there was also right away discrimination?
It was a weird moment because I had to come out to the IND employee when I apply my asylum for the third time. So I came out directly to an official personnel from IND in Ter Apel, but he was very nice. He told me you don't need to be afraid to come out. So he was very helpful in this. But to come out completely, going out with makeup, with hair, with everything, it was almost since May 2021, I'm officially 100% out, social media, everything. So now I'm not hiding from anyone, and this was the biggest win for me.
And how does it feel? That was question. So
how I say, I feel myself. I feel this is the true me. What's before was fake. This is true, natural. I don't feel any stress or pressure on me, like I'm flying.
So the name Zeelanda, where does it come from?
It's like very simple. Like my nickname from before was Z, and then I was speaking with some friends here and like what name to choose. Should I keep only Z? And then like my friend was in Middelburg, so I choose like what about Zeeland, and then we put the letter A to be like have Latino vibe plus feminine vibe, so, and it stuck. Like I like it. Zeelanda is very nice, and it's very Dutch.
It's a beautiful name, yes.
And also, I'm the only one with the name.
Oh.
Because only New Zealand and Zeeland.
Ah.
Zeelanda, only me.
Nice.
Perfect.
Unique you. Yeah.
Unique.
And after that, I got transferred, me and my friend, to Amersfoort, as it say. And since we went there, it was like a discrimination transfer, because in the system, they put our gender marker as male, and basically they transfer every one as male. So we were two trans with like almost over 60 males, and when we arrived there, like COA there checked, like they see we are trans, but they didn't do anything about it. Like they leave us in the men's floor. They didn't want to transfer us to the family floor. And after, like, we reported several discrimination by other residents, like verbally abuses. Even one of them tried like to physically make a joke. And after that, we received that we will get another transfer after exactly 3 weeks from staying there. And we go to the information desk to complain about it. And one of the COA ladies was like, there was 3 of them, they were very aggressive in answering. And when I tell we will not go there, we will start hunger strike. And she tell, basically, like she tell directly to us, you are men. Because I got like little bit angry in information desk after this remark. And they give me penalty for 2 weeks, around €13, taken out from my weekly allowance. And we called the police on that day. The police came, talked with us. Even I show him email from Sandro Corticas about like we send a letter about this discrimination. And he talked already with Sandro for 15 minutes. While the other officer in Dutch were sarcastic about Sandro, about LGBT, and like he tell in a sarcastic way and laugh with COA that like Sandro is the godfather of LGBT, but in a very, very sarcastic way from my Dutch understanding. And after that, he tell, no, this is not discrimination, and he asked us, what's in your passport? And then we see that no use to talk with them no more. So we had to pick up our bags, go here to Amsterdam, because they transfer us to this emergency shelter, MS Galaxy ship. And when we arrived there, they put us together in a small room. But since day one, we get a lot of verbal abuse, discrimination. Someone tried also to attack us. And it's like basically like 1,000 people on the ship, mostly from Middle East. And we were like totally scared even to go to lunch, to go to breakfast, dinner, or go to even to smoke a cigarette. And we started complaining. And in few days, people started like video calling with their relatives or something and show us on video. And we complain about this to COA. COA tried to check camera, but of course we don't know what happened after. Then I had a meeting with founder of GZA, Dr. Rob Jansen, and we speak about like mentally and physically what's happening with us in this situation. And he tried his best to move us to, as it say, Amsterdam and Wellington, and send a letter already to management. And last Tuesday they sent us to, as it says, Zutphen. Until now, basically everything is okay, but I'm still following on my complaints against this COA lady in Amersfoort. I talked with Article 1 in Utrecht, and they were very helpful by providing information. And they provided for me this other organization who can go after governmental bodies, ombudsman, and already I submitted a complaint and now waiting for them to check it out and contact me.
So you're basically there telling everyone that you're a woman and they don't take it seriously. What does it does to you?
Like every time, what is on the system? Like every time I have to go to a new location, I need to tell them like I prefer to be called Zeelanda. But it is on COA system already, it is on GZA system, but they try like to provoke me every time. And like this is like getting like, how I say, serious, because we talk about like discrimination according to Article 1 of the Constitution, and not basically about the new thing that happening about sexual orientation, because gender is already on this Article 1 of the Constitution. But I see like no one is respecting this from COA, like Netherlands, European Union, and still some people are like with low or no open mind at all.
So you fled here to the Netherlands, where you thought you would be free to be who you are, and then you encounter discrimination even from authorities. What does that do to you?
It like, how I say, like for me at some point it make me like sometime very depressed, sometime like very weak, like I'm tired, but I try as much as I can to pick myself again and be strong. That's why I keep like fighting for my rights. And basically yesterday was very, very good news by court in Den Haag. I applied to change my name and gender in September, and yesterday we received decision that it is approved. So officially in 3 months I will be Zeelanda and female. So this is very, very like important step, and I'm the first one to do it without a status in Netherlands. So it is a first.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What you're going through is not easy and you're getting sometimes depressed. But the fact that you're indeed standing up and fighting people and being an example for others and being the first without status getting their names and gender changed, I think we should celebrate that.
With the support of my friend Santa, she's here, but she doesn't want to be on camera for the moment. Like we support each other now over 1 year. We meet in deportation part of Ter Apel, and since then we always in communication. And since Middelburg, we live in the same room every time. Like when we ask, like if they transfer us together. So we give ourselves like big support to each other as trans women, and we fight every like bad thing happen to us in a good way.
They also give you a penalty, like 13 euros on your allowance. I'm just confused. How big is this allowance anyway?
Basically on the ship you get €12.95 because they provide food. So basically I stay on the ship for 2 weeks with zero allowance.
You said you weren't out back there, so what was it for you there? Where were you come from?
Yeah, I'm from Egypt, so basically there I couldn't like be like this, like transformed. I only do it in private places because basically like religion-wise and community thinking, it's forbidden 100%. And even like by law, if they catch me as a trans woman, it was before like they use it as a prostitution law, so it's up to 17 years. Recently it like changed to undetermined, so they can put it for life, and it's very, very difficult, of course. Especially I'm agnostic as well, so I'm like doomed in any way possible to live my life openly.
What could our viewers do on a daily basis to help in this situation?
For example, I've been in this situation like since Christmas, and I reach out to a lot of LGBT organizations, but like unfortunately, like I know most of them don't have this capacity or something like that to help, but even a nice word or a nice message like we feel sorry or something like that would be nice, because some organizations even like look at my messages on WhatsApp and not even hello.
So no, not even a reply,
Yeah,
nothing.
Exactly.
Okay, so wow.
So like basically like don't do it for the media, help people for sure, because like one of my dreams is to open an organization in Netherlands for trans people, maybe for everyone, but I want to do it in like a way that we can help in any way possible.
Regular people like you and I, what could they do today to help?
Resharing post, writing some comments, because like now social media is a small world. Like if someone writes just a small sentence, it will go to several people, and from several people it will be more and more. So this is a good thing. Like if you cannot do anything by yourself, just share the post or write an idea of your own about this situation. That will be very nice.
So basically, sharing is caring.
Exactly. That's true. It's one of my mottos. Like sharing is caring is one of the most important thing.
What are the things that you would like to achieve in the coming 5 years?
Yeah, like if it's possible, yeah, I will do an organization, and basically I want to attract like not only like trans people who can help in Netherlands, like, no, from all over the world. Maybe it will be an international organization at some point. Like I dream big about this. And basically, like, yeah, for my future, I'm still early, like first year of transition. So I have a lot of ambition of transitioning in the correct way and safe way. Don't do illegal hormones.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe I will go back for study, because I have a university degree and everything. But here there's possibility like to do something you love. For my job, everything, I'm very good at it, but I was forced to do it. It's not like I'm very good in data analysis and everything, but I want to, for example, like study photography.
Right.
It's one of my passions.
For me, it took a year or two to learn the language. So, did you learn a little bit of Dutch?
Ik spreek Nederland, like, how I say it?
Een beetje?
Een beetje, ja. Weer is mooi. Vandaag.
Yeah, no, there you go. Yeah.
So I have a little bit
Yeah.
of Dutch, but of course I don't practice, because also in AZC, when you finish this basic level, you cannot advance. You have to do it on your own. And with the stress, with what's happening, not much time with like a clear mind.
Absolutely. No, it's understandable. Once you get your status and everything and you start, your life, and you will learn in no time. Yeah.
Many of the people in the Netherlands, like me too, probably like expect Egypt to be like a resort, like somewhat of the setting that we're in right now. What do you want those people to know about the truth that's going on in Egypt?
It's a touristic place. For the people living there, it's like, how I say, it's like people with money and a lot of poor people. Of course, army controlling everything, human rights violations, LGBT violations, everything. So basically, yeah, I don't see hope in changing anything. Egypt itself is a very good country if it is ruled by good people. So my message to the people there, to wake up and try to change something. This is a big, because I think not Europe, not US is big enough for 100 million people.
Yeah.